ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck is happening? If you've heard this podcast before, if you've been listening recently, you know I'm going on a big fat tour, and it all starts out in June 23rd in Minneapolis, and then June 24th in Indianapolis. That's the launch weekend. I'm fucking gearing up. A lot of dates. I'm going all over the place. I'm going to be in Vegas. Some of them already sold out. Utah is completely sold out. Sacramento. I'm going to be in Seattle, San Diego, Atlanta, DC. Too much to name. Go to joerogan.net/tour and I'll hook you up with all the information. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Squarespace, which is a fantastic way for you to make a website. It used to be a problem. If you wanted a website, you had to know somebody, you had to rely on somebody, or you had to go through the laborious and time-consuming process of actually learning how to code or learning how to use one of those programs that allows you to make a website. And even then, most of the times, it would look good on one platform, and then you would try it on Windows, and it would look like shit, or you try it on a Apple laptop. If you want to have a website, you no longer have to go to anybody. No, I can't do it. Yes, you can. Most people think they can't. But if you can do normal shit on a computer, if you can drag and drop files from one part of your computer into another folder, copy and paste, can you do all that shit? Can you click? Can you move stuff? Then you can make a website with Squarespace's beautiful, award-winning, yet easy to use templates. And it also, using something with Squarespace, you never have to install anything. You don't have to patch anything. You don't have to upgrade anything. You can make a beautiful, professional website all by yourself. Each website comes with a free online store. You get a free domain name if you sign up for a year. They have award-winning 24/7 customer support. It's super easy to use. And you can check out Doug Stanhope's website. That's a Squarespace website. Duncan Trussell, another Squarespace website made by Duncan, in fact. Squarespace is used by a wide range of businesses, restaurants, artists, comedians, musicians, much more. And you. It could be you. Please just check it out. You can check it out, and you can try it out for free and get 10% off your first purchase if you go to squarespace.com/Joe. I cannot say enough good things about the service. It is an amazing way for you to make a real professional website. It'll look incredible. It'll work great. You could do it yourself. Squarespace.com/Joe. Go there for a free trial and 10% off your first purchase. You can't go wrong, folks. We're also brought to you by Blue Apron. If you've never heard of Blue Apron, it's a service that sends you all of the ingredients and all of the correct portions for delicious, nutritious, and simple-to-cook meals. But not simple meals. Simple to cook, because what they do is Blue Apron sends you this cooler. Inside this cooler, everything's in the right portions. Everything's all measured out in advance, so there's very little waste. And you have these photographic step-by-step instructions. You don't even have to be someone who cooks a lot. Just pay attention to the words, look at the pictures. It's all real simple, real cut and dry. And if you've ever been thinking about cooking kind of cool dishes, but you didn't know how to get started, Blue Apron's an awesome way to get started. They have delicious, fresh food, and they have partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the United States. So as a result, their seafood is sourced sustainably under the standards developed in partnership with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch. All the beef, chicken, and pork comes from responsibly raised animals, and the produce is sourced from farms that practice regenerative farming. The Blue Apron meals can be delivered to 99% of the continental U.S. and 99.5% of food deserts. It's under $10 per person for a delicious meal, and it'll take you 40 minutes or less to cook things like warm smoked trout and asparagus salad with fingerling potatoes and garlic croutons, spiced zucchini enchiladas with creamy lime and tomato rice. And that's just a couple. There's many, many, many more. A bunch of really cool, really delicious menu items. I love it. I use it. I've cooked with it. And you can try it out. And you can check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals for free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/Rogan. You will love it. It's easy. It's delicious. And again, they're cool dishes. It's not boring stuff. So check it out. First 3 meals for free with free shipping. blueapron.com/Rogan. That's blueapron.com/Rogan. Yummy. All right, folks. My guest today is the one and only Wheeler Walker Jr. Maybe you've heard about him. He's the guy that accused my friend Sturgill Simpson of being some sort of a hitman. I'm not sure if he's correct about that. He has that classic song, Eating Pussy and Kicking Ass. I don't know if you've heard that one. Maybe you might want to listen to that song to get a better understanding of who Wheeler Walker Jr. is before we get started on this little adventure. But he has a new album that is out right now. It's called Old Wheeler. I got a copy of it, an actual physical copy, which is not a lot of these out there anymore, these physical copies. But he's an awesome dude. He's fucking hilarious. His songs are great. Give it up for Wheeler Walker Jr.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Boom. That's it. We're live.
We're on now.
Fuck yeah.
Joe Rogan, my man. Thanks so much for having me back.
Thanks for coming back.
There's a lot of everywhere this is the fucking Tonight Show, man. Where I go, man, heard you on Joe Rogan. Heard you on Joe Rogan. It's been the last year of my life, so I can stop fucking answering them when I'm going to be back. I'm back right now.
You are back right now.
Yeah. Feels weird. It feels like I was here like 2 days ago.
That's a problem. Maybe you were drinking too much on the road.
I definitely was drinking too much. I went to the last tour. I ended up in. I don't want to make it sound too bad. I ended up in the emergency room in the last tour with the IVs, with the fucking fluids and shit. Yeah, I went a little too. I don't know. They said it was kind of just exhaustion and whatever and not the normal. I think the people at the emergency room wouldn't believe me that I wasn't on hardcore drugs because they come in and I'm fucking out of it and they're like, what, where you been? I've been out on tour. And they're like, oh shit, we know what's up. And they, of course, did all my blood work, and there was no shit in there. And then
nothing at all.
No, I think it was honestly kind of just. I mean, they did find some kind of like a bug, some kind of whatever, just bug that I had been on that probably was more of it than I thought. But I really do think it was just, kind of nonstop, every night, rocking out and, pushing it a little too hard.
So you really did wind up in the emergency room?
Yeah. It was. I mean, the official diagnosis was just exhaustion.
What were you worried about? Like, what did you think? You didn't think you could just go to sleep? Like, how does one go to the emergency room for being tired?
What happened was I was off the tour and I had a meeting with some managers and shit. And in the meeting, I fucking barfed. Like in a nice building. We were in a nice building talking about shit. We're actually talking about the shit that Rick is over here doing, and with like guys in suits. And I fucking threw up on myself.
Whoa.
And they go, "Are you okay?" And I go, "I think I am." And then they hand me a banana to get some food in me, and I couldn't peel the banana. So then I drove myself to the emergency room.
You couldn't peel the banana.
I didn't have the strength to open a banana.
Really?
Yeah. But I do now. And then I drove myself to the emergency room, and they hooked me up to IVs, like put me on fluids and everything. Just to give you an example, when they finally said I was good to go, I went back out and I couldn't fucking find my car. And I checked my parking ticket. I was like, "Where's this lot?" And I called the guy in the lot. He's like, "Yeah, your car's in here. The windows are down and it's running." Apparently I just drove myself to the emergency room and fucking closed the doors and walked in the emergency room and said, "Help me."
Wow.
So yeah, and I actually, we talked about last time, a guy who was a big help to me then, I was just like, I reached out to Sturgill. I was just like, do you ever get like, just, because at the time I didn't know I had a bug. I thought it was just, pure exhaustion, which again, doesn't that sound like the old